Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to the second Brewing with the Bones after my break. So we today are going to be talking about shopping, Disney shopping. Is it better to shop in the parks? Is it better to buy some things online before you go? And is it better to buy things from other places like Amazon or box lunch? Do you always have to get Disney products from the Disney store itself? So welcome in to everybody. I see one person is watching right now. I am Celebration Jilly today because we are 47 days away from the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. So I'm wearing my 50th ears here. And then I'm wearing my Chinese New Year spirit jersey. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone in to today's stream. We are going to get started to allow everyone time to get settled in with this day in Disney history. So in 1939, it is Donald Duck Day at the New York World's Fair. So happy Donald Duck Day, everybody. In 1942, the day after the U.S. debut of Bambi at the Radio City Music Hall, the New York Times ran a review titled Bambi, a musical cartoon in Technicolor produced by Walt Disney from the story by Felix Salten. The positive review included a one-column picture of Bambi. So this was one day after Bambi came to the U.S. in 1942, and it got a really good review. So that is awesome to hear. In 1945, actor and comedian Steve Martin is born in Waco, Texas. I did not know Steve Martin was a Texan. I had no idea. That is super cool. He ended up working at Disneyland after school and on the weekends when he was a teenager. So that's super cool. That's his Disney claim to fame. You can see some of his movies on Disney Plus. I know Will and I watched Cheaper by the Dozen and Cheaper by the Dozen 2 the other day. So that is some of his work. In 1983, actor or actress Mila Kunis is born in Ukraine, SSR, in the Soviet Union. Her Disney claim to fame includes Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, and Oz, the Great and Powerful. In 1995, Michael Ovitz is appointed president of the Walt Disney Company under Michael Eisner. He left after 14 months of trying to share power with Eisner. So it seemed like there was kind of a power struggle there. There's a lot of Michaels who run or are CEOs of the Disney Company, or maybe it just seems like it. In 2004, due to the impact of Hurricane Charlie, Walt Disney World adjusts this day's schedule of operations. All theme parks, with the exception of Animal Kingdom, reopened to guests. I know before the COVID pandemic, Disney World hardly ever closed, even in hurricane season. So before we had the pandemic, it was very rare to see Disney close its gates. And so when it closed for so long for the pandemic, we were like, whoa, if Disney closes, something's going on in the world. In 2007, this is a big throwback for anyone in their late 20s, early 30s. High School Musical 2 premiered at the AMC Theater in downtown Disney. So back then it was called Downtown Disney. Now it's Disney Springs. There's that big AMC Theater, I believe, that's by, I think, the Lego store. All of that stuff's down there. So it premiered there. 2008, the third new Mark 7 monorail, which was the orange monorail, delivered to Disneyland on this day. So they got the 7th monorail system at Disneyland, and it was orange. So that was at Disneyland. In 2010, the last tour to indoor special ticketed event is held at Hollywood Studios as part of the Star Wars celebration. George Lucas was in attendance, and funny story about that. Will and his family were actually there in Hollywood Studios on that day. They didn't know what was going on. They showed up, they saw these weirdos dressed up in these costumes, and then they figured out what was going on. So that would have been 2010. Will and I were seniors in high school going into our freshman year of college. So Will arrived to his dorm room like the day before school started. Everyone else kind of got a week to move in. But Will was obviously having fun at Disney. 2020, this is last year, a coronavirus testing site opened at Disney World at 3010 Main Gate Lane in Kissimmee. It was open to the public, but also dedicated for Disney employees. So I thought that was nice of Disney to do something for their employees to make sure that they had a testing site to go to, even though that they were not operating. All right, I have decided to add in a fun fact of the day, a fun Disney fact of the day. I found this to be really cool. Wyatt is super obsessed with monsters, Monsters Inc., Monsters University, Monsters at Work. He loves the monsters. So fun fact, Sully from Monsters Inc. has more than 2.3 million individual hairs, which are carefully animated. This explains why a single frame of Sully took an average of 12 hours to produce. That's amazing to me. 12 hours to produce a full shot animation of Sully. That's probably why Mike Wazowski is so little and has zero hair at all, because they spent all their time on Sully. All right, a lot of Disney news was announced yesterday, the day before, so we have a lot of Disney news to cover. So some current things happening at Disney World / Disneyland / in the Disney community all around. Congratulations to all of you that were lucky enough to get some 50th anniversary merchandise. It went live at 3 a.m. on Wednesday. I was not going to wake up for that. In fact, I've been telling Will that I'm going to fly to Disney on a weekend just to get the merch and come all the way back, because by the time I woke up in the morning, the Spirit jersey was sold out. So if you live in Orlando and you just like happen to be going to, the parks or Disney Springs and you want to get me an extra large Spirit jersey, just hit me up. I'll send you money. You can mail it to me. That would be great. All right, Harmonious, which is the new show at Epcot starting for the 50th anniversary. You can now listen to bits and pieces of the music for the show on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So Walt Disney World News today posted some of their singers who are recording the music for Harmonious and the new music for the 50th anniversary. So I'm sure that we will get a lot of new music for the 50th fireworks show, the Harmonious show, and there's probably going to be some new music within the park itself. So those are actually, I found it on Twitter on the Walt Disney World News Today Twitter page. So go listen, Harmonious. I listened to about 10 seconds of it, and it's incredible that people can make noises like that with their mouth and their singing abilities. So I'm super duper, super excited for Harmonious. And in fact, I don't think I've ever seen a fireworks show at Epcot out of all the times I've ever been there. But if you know me, you know I'm not like a huge Epcot fan anyway. So I try to leave early and park hop or skip that park in general. But this year, when we take Wyatt for his 3rd birthday, we are going to be doing Epcot, and we're going to kind of use that as like a chill day for us. So I'm super excited to see this show. I know they're using voices from people all around the world for the show, which makes sense because of what Epcot is in that area, the World Showcase. Welcome in everyone who's joining us. We're just going over some Disney news that was shared with us, and then we're going to start talking about what we buy at the parks and what we buy on Shop Disney, stuff like that. If you're in here live, please let us know. Let us know your thoughts on what we're talking about. I love to get everyone's opinions and thoughts of what Disney has brought to the community lately. So please let us know that you're in. And if you're watching on Team Replay, let us know what you think too. All right, so Halloween merchandise went online as well. I think about a week ago it dropped. They didn't drop everything on Shop Disney yet. There's Amy. So lucky. The only thing I was able to get was Wyatt. I got him the child's like football jersey. It's white and it has kind of like a rose goldish lettering on it. I know it looked a little bit girly, but I was like, I want somebody in my family to have the 50th merch. So I am so excited for you that you got all that. Okay, so Halloween merch went live. I snagged Wyatt the pajama set, and then I got myself the Halloween ears, the pumpkin ears with the Mickey and Minnie on them. They are so cute and they're leather and they hold up really well. So I'm super excited to wear them this October. I'll probably still wear them to work because I work in a school. So I can get away with wearing things like this to work. Will took some pictures of him last night, and we'll probably try to post that on Instagram so all of you can see. I'm so in love with all the Halloween merch this year, and I'm sure if you're lucky enough to go to the Boo Bash that they're having, you will probably see some merch in the parks that aren't online. So that was one of my favorite parts when Will and I went to the Boo to You after hours event. Oh, a couple of years ago, probably 2018, maybe, if even before that, we snagged some incredible merch there. So if you're lucky enough to attend that event, I hope you get to snag as much merch as possible. Halloween is not my favorite holiday, but the way Disney does it, it pulls me in. Okay, 2016. Amy. Yeah. So I read, though, Amy, that they put some of the merch on there now to go ahead and buy it. And then they were going to add more in later, closer to the Halloween season. So I'm hoping we get some more pin. I know there's pins on there, but I'm hoping we get some more stuff, like more clothing, more pins, more headbands, stuff like that. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. So this is really exciting. The Space 220 restaurant is finally opening at Epcot in mid-September to early October is what I read on Walt Disney World News today. More information about all of this. They posted an article on Walt Disney World News today 2 days ago, I believe. So if you want to look at some of the pictures and drawings and everything like that, you can do that as well. Yeah, Amy, the Hocus Pocus merchandise is what I'm here for. I do like the Nightmare Before Christmas, but I prefer the Hocus Pocus merchandise. I have a Hocus Pocus shirt, and then Will and I bought a couple of pins that are Hocus Pocus themed. I still to this day want to beat myself up for not getting the Hocus Pocus Spirit jersey, but I believe there's another one coming out this year that will be available, and I actually like it better than the one from 2016. We live in Texas, so it still is hot in October sometimes. Sometimes it's freezing, sometimes it's hot, so you just never know. So I didn't buy the Spirit jersey because I was like, when am I going to wear this? So I could still beat myself up for not buying it. All right. And so this is kind of crazy. Walt Disney World has only announced, I think, like a handful or a couple handfuls of the Fab 50 character collection, but there is a rumor going around of all of the characters that will be a part of it. So I'm going to read them off. I'm going to tell you which ones I agree with and which ones I don't. So Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Daisy, Pluto, Chip, Dale. Great. I'm excited about all of those. I think out of those, though, we only know for sure Mickey, Goofy, Chip, Dale, and Daisy. I think they haven't officially announced all of those. Those I'm really excited about. They deserve to have their statues. I believe they are part of Disney history. They were there from the beginning, and they deserve a statue. Lumiere and Cogsworth are together. They did announce that, so they're two but one at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm really excited about that. I believe that was a very good choice. Joe Gardner, which he's the main character in Soul. I don't know if I like that. That movie was not that great, and I feel like it didn't get like that great of reviews. So I don't really know if he deserves a statue, but again, we're here for opinions only. So if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. I just don't really feel like he deserves a statue. I don't really feel like he's part of Disney history yet. So, but again, that probably is because I didn't like the movie. Timon and Pumbaa, they have officially been announced, and they're together on one statue, but they're considered two separate ones. I agree with that choice. Lion King is one of the best Disney movies, and I believe that those statues are part of Disney history. I feel like those characters have earned their spot. Figment and Orange Bird, we know for sure. I'm super excited about both of those. The Orange Bird statue is super cute. Dante from Coco. I forgot the name. Dante is the dog from Coco. He got his own statue. That's kind of cool. He's representing Pixar, and I believe Coco's been around longer than Soul, and Coco was way better than Soul, so I agree with that decision. Edna Mode from The Incredibles. If you're not familiar with her, Edna Mode is the suit designer. She designs all of The Incredibles suits. She's the one who says, "No capes." I like that decision. Will knows The Incredibles isn't my favorite movie of all time. Like, I'm not a huge Incredibles fan, but I do think Edna Mode is really funny, and I think she'll make a great addition. Woody, Bo Peep, and Buzz Lightyear. That to me is a great decision. I feel like those characters are timeless. They encompass the Disney spirit, the Pixar spirit. I'm there for it. I'm so excited for those characters. The Mad Hatter. I don't think that they've officially announced that one. They may have, but again, Alice in Wonderland goes way back, and so I believe that's a great decision. Dumbo, Timothy Mouse, Stitch, and the Cheshire Cat. I don't know why everyone is so obsessed with Stitch. I'm here for it, I guess. Stitch is a funny movie, but Stitch is everywhere in the parks, and it's so funny to me that he has not gone out of style. Everyone is so obsessed with Stitch, so I'm not surprised he has a statue. Cheshire Cat, I think the statue will be super cute. He's from Alice in Wonderland. Will, you said Miguel over Dante. Miguel is next. So Miguel is a rumored statue. They haven't officially announced Miguel, but they have Miguel and Dante. So Miguel is the little boy from Coco, and Dante is his dog. So yes, both of them. I think only Dante has been officially confirmed, but Miguel is in the rumored list. Bambi and Thumper, Pooh, Piglet, Pinocchio. Pooh and Piglet have been announced. Pinocchio, I don't think has officially been announced yet. Guys, I'm so excited for these. Rocket Raccoon and Baby Groot. Rocket Raccoon has been officially confirmed. Groot has not, but I am so excited. I think it's going to be incredible to bring in those Marvel characters into the 50th. Such a good idea, in my opinion. Frozone, Gus and Jacques. So Gus and Jacques are the little the mice in Cinderella. So they have a statue. R2D2 and BB-8. I'm so excited. They've officially confirmed R2D2s, but not BB-8s. But R2D2 is so cute, and I can't wait. Puts out his fire. Flounder and Sebastian. Olaf, Abu, Tinkerbell, and Ariel. I am honestly confused why Ariel is the only Disney princess that has a statue. I'm kind of like, I can't disagree with their choice putting her there, but I'm confused as to why she's the only Disney princess with a statue. I'm wondering what they're going to do with the other Disney princesses, if they're going to be somewhere else in the park. I'm not really sure. So, interesting. Very Merry Christmas party tickets go on sale to Disney Resort guests August 17th. Thank you, Jennifer Turner with Mickey's Travels, for that email last night. We are super excited. Guests will get 2 different fireworks shows in one night. 2 in one night. So you'll get the regular fireworks show, and then you're going to get the Merry Christmas fireworks show. Special holiday themed, wait for it, themed parade. They are actually calling it a parade. So this is not just a cavalcade. It is a parade. We are getting a parade for the Merry Christmas party. I'm so excited. Hello, Danielle. Welcome in. The holiday attraction overlays will include Jungle Cruise and Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. We'll get some new jokes for the holiday season. You can see Disney characters in holiday attire, magical snowfall, complimentary snacks like popcorn, ice cream, and bottled beverages, special holiday foods. Disney photo passes will include extra holiday magic. Your wait times will be lower than normal. And I'm not okay with the ticket price. The ticket prices will range from $169 to $229 a person. And then December 19th onward, the ticket prices will be $249 a person. At least we're getting a real parade and some other things. And the price is pretty steep to me. But who knows? We'll see what's to come of it. All right, and now let's get down to business. I'm going to try to make this a little fast. I've had a headache for the past couple days, so I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible. I didn't want to cancel the show, but so some items that I buy in the parks versus items I buy online or at the Disney store or Etsy, stuff like that. Some items that I always make sure to buy in the parks are the Alex and Ani bracelets and Pandora bracelets if they're exclusive to the park. So I have a few that are like anniversary sets that are literally exclusive to the park. That's what I buy in the park. The other ones I buy online or in a store somewhere. Exclusive Disney pins. We have a lot of Disney pins from the parks that are limited edition, are exclusive, and those I try to buy in the park. The other pins we can buy online. I love to buy the exclusive limited edition pins in the park. Special event merchandise such as spirit jerseys, ears, purses, bags, pins, popcorn buckets. So these will be your Boo Bash, your not so scary Halloween party, the Very Merry Christmas party. those are things that I like to buy in the parks. Like I was saying, the Hocus Pocus Spirit jersey was only for the park, and I could literally just kick myself for not buying it. But pins, popcorn buckets. Will and I have some popcorn buckets or some sippers, like the Madame Leota sipper. You could only get in the park for a limited time, and we got it. So things like that. Other things, spirit jerseys, like this one that I'm wearing is the Chinese New Year one. I didn't think that this one would sell out online, and so didn't buy. I didn't buy this one at the park or on Shop Disney. I waited for it to go on sale at our Disney store, and I got like $20 off. So things like this, I just wanted it. It's not personal to me. I wasn't there during Chinese New Year, so I waited for it to go on sale. But again, when we go in November, I'm buying all the Christmas stuff. Again, seasonal merchandising like clothes, ears, if they have like the date or something special written on them, and pins. Again, Will and I have a few pins that are like the Hocus Pocus themes or the Villain Spectacular theme. I'm so glad that we have those now, especially since it seems like they're changing a little bit of the way that they do things. So the special merchandise like clothing, there's a lot of stuff that they put out in the parks that won't go on Shop Disney because you have to have that special ticket for that event. And I say buy it. Don't think twice, just buy it. Some other things that I buy in the parks or that I think is worth buying in the parks is the Starbucks cups that can only be bought in the parks. Sometimes you'll see like the Tervis Starbucks cups. Sometimes you'll see the coffee cups that are like a special park only cup. Now, I bought all of these online on Shop Disney, but they weren't special just to that park. You could buy them online. There's some that when you walk through Starbucks in the parks, you'll see like a sign that says like park edition only, stuff like that. That's for all of you who like to collect stuff like this. I'd say go ahead and buy it. I've never even seen stuff like that at our Disney store in the mall here. So stuff like that is probably worth the buy, especially if you like to collect stuff like that. I'm always worried that it's going to get broken on the way home. They do, Amy. They have a great selection. I don't know if we're losing our Disney store or not. They haven't told us anything. I'm sure we eventually will. But ours is an outlet store. So that makes it different. We get all of the merchandise that was not sold in the park. They bring it over to our outlet store, and that's why we get such great deals. They had Halloween stuff out there like 2 months ago. Will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we got some Christmas merch in already the last time we were there, probably a couple weeks ago. I believe there was already some Christmas stuff in. Us too, Mickey's girls. That's Daniela. Us too. Will and I are debating buying an annual pass. We know that since we do live in Texas, we could just hop on a flight late Friday, go to the park on Saturday, come home Sunday. I think it'd be worth the trip. So yeah, in 2019, you got the Sanderson sister one. I couldn't bring myself to do it because I'm still kind of hot in October. I don't normally wear jackets or anything until December or January, so I knew I would get hot in it. But I literally could just kick myself for not doing it now. Another thing I suggest buying in the park are exclusive or limited edition magic bands. Magic bands are one thing you will see on shopdisney.com or the Shop Disney app, but they're normally not the limited release or special edition ones. Dooney and Burke has a few that they've done. You can sometimes find those on the app or online. Um, but other than that, I suggest like the 50th anniversary magic bands. If you see those in the park, grab them. And I know they're only limiting 2 per person in the park, and online you can buy 10. Which that's a whole nother story. I think is crazy that they allow you to buy so much online, but limit it in the park. How long is the flight from Texas to Orlando? So anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours. It just depends. There's been some flights where I'm like, this guy is booking it. It tells you about 2.5 hours from DFW. We normally fly out of the DFW area, which is Dallas Fort Worth, and fly straight into Orlando. But if we go to Disneyland, we have about the same flight time. It's just going to take an hour to get to Anaheim from the LAX airport. So we really are kind of in the middle of both parks. Like we have a really good option to choose from. But we've always just gone to Walt Disney World. That's our home park. It's not a bad flight at all. The worst part is getting through that, or getting off the plane, getting your luggage, and getting to the Magical Express. I've seen pictures from the Magical Express wait times now. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing we're flying in so early on our trip in November so that we have the rest of the day to go do stuff. But again, magic bands, only if they're a park exclusive is where I'm going to buy them at the park. If I see it, I'm going to buy it. Will and I have the Toy Story 25th anniversary, 20th, will help me out here, magic band. And that one, they told us, is like if you scan it, it makes different sounds. The coloring is different. I think Dawn has a Tinkerbell one like that. I think, or she wanted the Tinkerbell one like that. So those kind of magic bands are really worth it. I don't think Will really wanted to buy the Toy Story magic band, but I kind of made him because we love Toy Story. Our son loves Toy Story. It makes the cool sounds. So we were really excited. I was really excited about it. And now that we have it, I'm really glad that we do, because that's something that Wyatt can wear in the future, on future trips, stuff like that. And it's a great collectible item to say, this is when we were in the park. It doesn't specifically have the date on it, but it's the 25th anniversary of Toy Story. So you can go back and see, when was Toy Story released 25 years later. That's when we were in the park. So it's kind of cool just to look back at those things and remember some of the things that you've done. Items that I try to buy online or at the Disney store or Amazon or Etsy, anywhere else. Box Lunch. We go to Box Lunch a lot too. The Box Lunch store is just like a hop, skip, and a jump away from our Disney store in the mall. So some of these things I like to buy early before we go into the parks, or I like to buy them because I know we're not going to make it to the park that year or in that particular month. Like I know this year I bought the Halloween ears online because I know we're not going to make it into the park. For Halloween, we will be there for the first day of the Merry Christmas party. So in that case, I went ahead and bought them online because I know we weren't going to be there. So some things that you can buy beforehand. Ears. These are ears that are not exclusive to the park or exclusive to a certain event. In fact, I found myself buying a lot of ears on Etsy lately. That's where these came from. And my reasoning behind that is I could pay $30 for custom made ears. Like I got to pick the colors. I got to pick the bow. I got to pick if it was a castle or the Walt Disney World logo over here. I got to custom make them. And for $30, actually, I think these were like $25. I say that that's a really great deal if you can save some money getting custom ears. Now, not all ears on Etsy are that cheap. I've seen some that are like $75, but they like blow smoke and make noise and toot horns. But I'm not gonna go that crazy. But you can normally find cheaper ears after the fact on Shop Disney if they're on sale, or you can buy them. I've seen ears at Box Lunch, but they're the lounge fly ears. Or we go to our local Disney store. I mean, I've gotten ears as cheap as what, like, Will, you bought a pair of ears for me for like $5.99, $4.99. They were so cheap. Will bought a couple of ears for our nieces because we knew Kylie was going to go to Disney World. So things like that, definitely worth it to wait and buy them later. Yes, I get personalized shirts from AEM Embroidery on Etsy. Super great. That's where I get all my shirts. I've never actually bought anything on eBay, but I know Will is like the eBay guy. I buy most of my stuff from Etsy if I don't buy it from the parks. Trader pins and lanyards. This is a super great way to save some money. If you buy them, like if you're wanting to buy some burner pins to like just trade with in the parks, Will and I got some like burner pins at the Disney store the other day for super cheap. And so he got a lot of packs of the same one. So if we decide we want to keep them, we can. The rest we can trade. Lanyards, we've bought like the 2020 lanyards that we have came from our Disney store, super cheap because the parks weren't open in 2020, and so they shipped them all to our Disney store. Certain Spirit jerseys, I like to wait to see if they go on sale on Shop Disney, or I buy them at our Disney store. That's a great way to save some money. Again, I got $20 off of this one. Super great way to save some money. Toys, stuffed animals, t-shirts, Loungefly products, all of those things you can buy online. T-shirts I like to buy online before I go to the park, and then if I see something in the park that I like, I will stop and buy it in the park. But other than that, I like to buy all that stuff online before I go to save some money. Autograph books and autograph pins, buy those at your Disney store or online because they are a lot cheaper, or make your own. Backpacks, Christmas ornaments, Funko Pops, those kinds of things I like to buy online. It's a lot cheaper that way. So that's all I have for you. I wanted to make it a shorter show. But again, if you're watching on Team Replay, thank you for doing that for us. If you have any other thoughts that you want to share with us, please let us know. Thank you so much. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, of course. And don't forget to hurry back. Bye, everybody.